Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. Beautiful day, right? Okay, yes. Yes, Abhinandan, good afternoon. Yes, Kunal, good afternoon, Devendra. Okay, so let us begin. Last time we have talked about permutation, and now we will talk about combination. Okay, so quickly I'll go through this. The fundamental rules. What are the fundamental rules? This is the fundamental rule. When you are supposed to do one thing, and after that thing is completed, you do the second thing, and then both steps together will form the total work. Then you will multiply, and when you have alternatives, you do a particular thing in either one way or the other way, then you will add. Okay, then when we want to find the number of ways, okay, what will this give you? This will give you the number of ways. Okay, now as we know, we just will simply very quickly revise. 3 factorial is 6, 4 factorial is 24, 5 factorial is 120, 6 factorial is 720, 7 factorial is 5040, 8 factorial is 40320, 9 factorial is 362,880, 10 factorial is 362,880. Okay. Then the important formula for NPN is NPN is equal to n factorial n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 up to 3 to 1. Okay, so what does this mean? This is nothing but numbers in descending order. Okay, these are numbers in descending order. Okay, and these are sequential. Okay, so it is not 7, then 5, then 3. It is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Then NP0 is 1. That is not doing a thing is also a way of, that is also an option. So we say NP0 is 1. NP1 is n. Then n minus 1 is n factorial. NPR is equal to n into n minus 1 p r minus 1. Okay, this is together. So you can express, like suppose I have 542. Okay, if my NPR is 542, then what does this mean? N. This is my N and this is my R. So this means this will be N, that is 5 into N minus 1. So this is 4 P R minus 1. So 2 minus 1, that is 1. Okay. So 5P4, 5P2 is equal to 5, 4, P1. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so again, I'll just show it to you. What is this formula? 5P2. Okay, so what the formula is? NPR is equal to N into N minus 1 PR minus 1. So 5P2 is equal to 5 into 5 minus 1, that is 4P. 2 minus 1 is 1. So 5P2 will be equal to 5, 4P1. Where will I use this? When like if they give you an equation of permutation and then they want you find they want you to simplify and find the answers, that time you will be using this. Okay, and this you NPR is n factorial upon n minus r factorial. So NPR is equal to n factorial upon n minus r factorial. Okay, thicken it a little bit. 0 factorial is 1, very important. Okay. NPN is n factorial, again very important. N plus 1 factorial minus n factorial is n into n factorial. So this is together. This n factorial is together. This is just a number. Okay. This is a number and this is a factorial. Okay. Then NPR is equal to n into n minus 1, n minus 2 up to n minus r plus 1. Okay. Sanjana, good afternoon. Now, let us go further and see. Okay, this some of you wanted. I'll take it up a little later. Let us go to combination. Okay, so we know about permutation and combinations. Now we know the difference. Now we have already done the permutation. Now let us go to combination. What is combination? What will it give? It will give the number of ways in which smaller or equal number of things are arranged or selected from a collection of things where the order of the selection is not important. Order is not important. Okay. So what will be my R? R will be less than or equal to N. Okay. R will be less than or equal to N provided R is always greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So how will this be? It can be 0 less than or equal to R less than or equal to N. This is the condition. So that sometimes they may even ask you in as a theory question. Okay. And N is always positive. Okay. R is always positive. These are the conditions. They may put the conditions and they may ask you. So a number of different ways. So suppose I have a box and it contains 10 balls and I want to take out 3 balls. So the order in which I take out a ball will not be important. Okay. I will just be taking out a ball. So then that is a combination problem. So the 10 balls is my N and the 3 balls that I want to take it out is my R. Okay. And what is the formula? NCR is equal to N factorial upon R factorial into N minus R factorial. Now, can you see this? This n factorial upon n minus r factorial. Does this look familiar? This is the formula for what? N factorial upon n minus r factorial. Can anybody put in the chat box? It is a formula for what? Yes. Abhinandan, Shubhayan. Yes, very good. Devendra. Yes, very good. This is a formula for NPR. So what do I have? I have NCR is equal to NPR upon R factorial. Okay, this is also a very important formula when I'm trying to solve the sums. Okay, so I have, or I can write down NPR is equal to NCR into R factorial. Okay, so either way I can use this formula. Okay, understood up till now? Just put it in the chat box. And like we had in permutation, similarly we have here NC0 is equal to 1. In case you have any doubt, I will also show you with the formula. NCR is equal to n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial. Okay. Now NC0. So n is n, but what is my r? Means r is equal to 0, right? So this is equal to n factorial upon r factorial. Instead of r factorial, what will I write? 0 factorial and n minus 0 factorial. What is n? As always remember, what is this? I must use BOD mass. Okay, so I must solve the bracket first. N minus 0 is how much? N. Okay, n minus 0 is n. So this is equal to n factorial. 0 factorial. 0 factorial is always equal to 1. So 1 into n factorial. Okay. Now this n factorial get cancelled. Answer is 1. So always remember, don't get worried if you don't remember anything. You can always calculate and see. But if you'll get the answer. But if you already know it, you will save 10-15 seconds. Okay. So NC0 is 1. NCN is always also equal to 1. NCR, this is also very important. Sometimes, they will ask you to find the value of R. Okay, they will ask you to find the value of R in this in a combination problem. What happens is we solve the equation and we get one value of R. Okay, that is correct. Okay, that is correct. But there, because these are complementary combinations, so R and N minus R are both the solutions. Okay, you may please write it down someplace कि कभी भी ऐसा प्रॉब्लम आएगा कॉम्बिनेशन का जिसमें आर निकालना है आपको, तो उसमें आपको क्या करना है, आपको आर तो निकल जाएगा एक इक्वेशन डाल के, लेकिन उसके बाद एन माइनस आर भी निकालना है, ताकि फिर आपके पास दो दो आंसर रहेंगे। वो ऑप्शन में भी एक आंसर भी देंगे और दो भी देंगे। एक वाला भी करेक्ट है, गलत नहीं है, लेकिन करेक्ट आंसर जिसमें आपको मार्क्स मिलेंगे वो जब आप दोनों आंसर टिक करोगे, मतलब दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन कहीं पे लिखा होगा, वो वाला ऑप्शन को टिक करोगे तो। ओके, दिस इज ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट। n+1 cn, and this is not n, okay, this is r, nc1 cr is equal to ncr plus ncr minus 1. Okay, ncr is equal to ncr plus ncr minus 1. Okay. Yes, Abhinandan is saying yes. Good, Abhinandan. Yes, you've understood. Others, I hope all of you are following what I'm doing. Hmm? So suppose I have 6C4. Okay. Now this 6 can be written as 5 plus 1, right? C4. Okay. 5 plus 1, C4. Now this formula is saying that this can be written as NCR. So this is my N, this 5 will be my N, and this is my R. This will mean NCR means 5C4 plus 5CR minus 1, 3, okay, is equal to 6C4. Okay. आप बोलेंगे इसकी जरूरत क्या है? ये इसलिए होता है, कभी कभी जब इक्वेशन दिया रहेगा तो लेफ्ट एंड राइट साइड को, लेफ्ट को राइट में ले जाके या राइट को लेफ्ट में लेने के लिए ये फॉर्मूला यूज होता है। ओके, सो दैट व्हेन माय एन इज डिफरेंट ऑन माय लेफ्ट हैंड साइड एंड ऑन माय राइट हैंड साइड ऑफ एन इक्वेशन व्हिच आई एम आस्क्ड टू सॉल्व, देन आई विल use this, or this can also be asked as a theory problem. See, actually in solving, most of the time you have the option, so you can put the value of n and r, you can easily find it out. That will not be the case, but sometimes the question may be a little tricky, or it is a theory question, then that in that case you must remember this. Okay, Rohit, good afternoon. Yes, I was waiting for you, Rohit. Okay, now in this type of problems, what happens is that you must understand that in a plane there are points. Okay, if you remember in school days we talked about plane. Okay, उड़ने वाला plane ने x and y dimensions, so something that has that can be described by the coordinates x and y. Okay. So in that plane, I may have points, and then you may have something called as collinear points and some points which are non-collinear. Collinear means co-linear. This means points that lie on a straight line. Okay. So if they say there are no collinear points, very good. Okay, you simply have to solve it very quickly. If they say some points are collinear, then the answering pattern will be different. Okay, I'm showing you both the sums so that you will get an idea what the meaning and what it means. Abhinandan, both sides are equal is congruence. Okay, that the two lines are equal. Then we here what we are saying is collinear points is that the points are lying on a straight line. So let S be a collection of 8 points. So N is my 8 with no 3 points on a straight line. Sometimes I will write it like this, or they say no collinear. This and this means the same thing. Find the number of triangles. Now, to form a triangle, I need 3 points. Everybody knows that. ये A, ये B, और ये C. Okay. So A to B, B to C, C to A. So I need 3 points to form a triangle. If I have only 2 points, what will happen? I will form a straight line. If I have 4 points, this will become either a square or a rectangle. Okay. So to form a triangle, I need 3 points. So what is 3? 3 is my R. So N is 8, R is 3. Okay. N is 8, R is 3. So my number of triangles is equal to 8C3. How much is 8C3? What is the formula? NCR is equal to N factorial upon R factorial into N minus R factorial. What is N factorial? 8 factorial, R factorial is 3 factorial, and N minus R is 8 minus 3 factorial. This is equal to 8 factorial, 3 factorial, and 5 factorial. Okay. Anybody can tell me 8 factorial? Direct 56 आंसर दे दिया. Abhinandan, Devendra, very good afternoon. Garv, good afternoon, beta. Okay, Aisha, 40320. Okay. So this is 40320. 3 factorial is 6. 5 factorial is 120. How much is this? 40320 upon 720, which is equal to 56 ways. Okay, or 56 triangles. Yes, Abhinandan, you solved. Very good, beta. Very good. Aisha, 56. Yes. Devendra, correct. Rohit, correct. Yes. Okay. Very good. Excellent. I'm so happy you're following this. Okay. Yes. Now, this is a very interesting sum. A committee of 7 members is to be chosen from 6 chartered accountants, 4 economists, and 5 cost accountants. In how many ways can this be done if in the committee there must be at least 1 member from each group and at least 3 chartered accountants. Okay, this is given in the textbook, which we are going to come back to. I'm going to explain here. So there are 6 CS, 4 economists, and 5 cost account. 6 CS, 4 economists, and 5 CMS. Okay. Okay. And what do I have to form? I have to form a committee. What is the condition? At least one here, one economics, one CMA. But for the CA, there must be at least 3. Okay. So it is not 1 here. It is at least 3. So I need at least 3. And how much is the committee? 7-member committee. Okay. So now what happens is 3, 4, 5. Okay. So what I do is, can I take all 6 CS? Maximum, the committee strength is 7. Can I take all 6 CS? Then I take 6 CS, 6, at least 1 economist, 7, and at least 1 CMA, 8. It is exceeding my 7. I can't do that. Okay. So maximum CS that I can take is 5. Then if I take 5, then 1 economist and 1 CMA, which is equal to 7. 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 1, 7. What happens if I take 4 CS? If I take 4 CS, I can take 2 economists and 1 CMA. That is one possibility. Or if I have 4 CAs, I can take 1 economist and 2 CMA. 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 1, 7. हर बार ये 7 आएगा. Okay, 7. So 4 and this. Now if I take 3 CS, at least 3, na? I can't go below 3. So please remember that you should not make a mistake. At least 3. Always keep checking what is the condition given. So if I take 3 here, I can take 3 economics and 1 CMA. 3. Then I can take 2. Okay, 2 economics, 2 CMA. Or I can take 3, 1, 3. Okay. Every time remember it should add up to 7. It's a good practice to make sure. Any other option is remaining? Yes, very good. Excellent. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now they have written it in a different order. You could do this way, but see, what becomes difficult is first they've taken 3 CAs, then 4, 4, 5, and then again gone to 3. Always start with the maximum that you can take, so that you are already there, or you can take with the minimum criteria, at least 3. So you can start with 3. Don't do this way, because then you are not sure you have taken all the possibilities. इसमें आपको ये याद रखना है कि आपको सारे पॉसिबिलिटीज लिख लेने चाहिए, क्योंकि इसमें अगर एक भी मिस हो जाता है तो आंसर आपका गलत हो जाता है. ओके, सो मेथड 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So if I'm taking this, out of how many CS? 6 CS I'm taking 5. Out of 4 economists I'm taking 1. Out of 5 CMA I'm taking 1. So this becomes 6C5 into 4C1 into 5C1. Then 6C4 into 4C1, 4C2, sorry, into 5C2. Okay, and so on and so forth. I hope everybody has understood this. Then you will be able to do this. And then you have to solve. See, while you are doing this, this is an AND, okay? 3 CS and 2 economists and 2 CMS. Okay, you are using and that is why you are using multiplication. Okay, क्योंकि यहीं पे कंफ्यूजन होता है ना, यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लाई किया बाद में कुछ तो भी और हो जाता है, तो दिस इज मल्टीप्लिकेशन. बट व्हाट इज द टोटल वेज? either I can form a committee with this method or 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 this method. Okay, can I form the committee in this method as well as this method? No, there is only one committee. Either I can have um, like by method 1 or by method 4. I can't have both together. So this is the case, and therefore because it's an or, I have used the addition sign. Okay. आप चाहिए तो स्टडी मटेरियल में मार्क करके रख लीजिए. Yes. Very good. Very good. Have you all understood where you have to use the multiplication, where you have to use the addition? Please put it in the chat box if you've understood or not. Because that is the primary thing. Once you know that, you won't have any issues. Yes. I want all the people who are attending to write down whether or not you have understood. Shubhadnyan? Yes. Devender? Yes. Aisha? Yes. Abhinandan has also understood. Rohit, have you understood? Yes. Sanjana, good afternoon. Yes. Yes, very good, Sanjana. Kirthana? ये वाला समझा दें? See, Rohit, what and others who have not understood is that you have to choose people to form a committee. You have to choose people. How many people are there? There are 6 CS, 4 economists, and 5 CMS. Okay. From them, maybe the government wants to form a committee using these people. Now, what happens here is that when I want to form a committee, I will have the condition is given that I must have at least 1 economist, 1 CMA, and at least 3 CS should be there in the committee. So what happens is I can start forming the committee. Okay, here. So what I do, my committee, what can it be? It may contain 5 CS, 1 economist, and 1 CMA. उससे ज्यादा क्यों नहीं ले सकते? क्योंकि मैक्सिमम 7 लोगों की कमिटी है. उससे ज्यादा हो ही नहीं सकता. तो 5 CS, 1 इकोनॉमिस्ट और 1 CMA. 5 1 1. तो 5 + 1 6, 6 + 1 7. तो इस तरह से हम सारे ऑप्शंस देखेंगे. इन सम्स में आपको सिर्फ ये देखना है कि हमें मैक्सिमम जो जो पॉसिबल है ऑप्शंस वो एक्सप्लोर किए कि नहीं. सो यू हैव टू जस्ट डू दैट. Once you have done that, so in this case there are 6 options to form the committee. Once I know that, what I do is for this I will use the multiplication within the committee, and different types of committee I will put the addition sign. Okay. Okay. Now, Kirtana, Garv, have you understood? हर बार आपको देखना है कि ये वाली कमिटी बनाने के लिए कितना लगेगा. ओके. So method 1, what does this mean? There are 3 CS, 2 economists and 2 CMS. So how many, this method means there can be 1200 ways in which you can form a committee with 3 CS, 2 economists and 2 CMS. Okay. Okay, let us do more sums and it will become more and more clearer. नहीं नहीं, देखो, गर्व उन्होंने दिया है क्वेश्चन में एटलीस्ट वाला, एटलीस्ट 3 CA, मतलब 3 CA, 3 के नीचे तो CA मैं ले ही नहीं सकती। तो मेरे पास मैक्सिमम कितने CA है? 6। ऐसे देखा जाए तो 3 to 6, 3 CA लूं, 4 लूं, 5 लूं या 6 लूं, है ना? ऐसे मैं ले सकती हूँ। लेकिन 7 की कमिटी है, उसमें एक इकोनॉमिक्स तो चाहिए और एक CA में चाहिए, तो 2 निकल गए, 7 में से 2 निकल गए, 5। मतलब जबकि मेरे पास 6 CA हैं, लेकिन मैं मैक्सिमम कितने ले सकती हूँ? 5 ही CA ले सकती हूँ, क्योंकि उसमें वो प्रॉब्लम आता है। सो इवन दो आई हैव 6 CAs, बिकॉज आई मस्ट हैव 1 CMA and one economist. So out of 7, already 2 have gone. So I have 5 people left. So I can have a maximum of 5 CAs. So this is the maximum. This is the maximum. Okay, maximum कितने हो सकते हैं? 5 CAs. Then I can have, उसके नीचे क्या होगा? 4 CAs, है ना? मैक्सिमम 5 है, उसके बाद 4। 4 के लिए 2 ऑप्शन है, 2 1 1 2. I can either take 2 economists and 1 cost accountant, or 1 economist and 2 cost accountant, ठीक है? और 3 CAs ले तो और ऑप्शन है। तो आपको चाहिए तो ये इस तरह से आप, मैंने जैसे लिखा वैसे लिख लीजिए, और हर एक के पास में ऐसा लिख सकते हैं। ओके, यस, गर्व, थैंक यू। ओके, बी feel free to ask questions, no issues. Okay, a person has 12 friends, out of whom 8 are relatives. In how many ways can he invite such guests such that 5 of them are relatives? अब वो वाला क्वेश्चन है ना, उसी के थोड़े से आगे जा रहे हैं, उसी टाइप का है। So this is a question quite similar to the one. So how many people a person has 12? Okay, 12 friends. Okay, you know, some friends, some relatives are friends. Okay, कईयों से हमारी बहुत अच्छी बनती है, वो मतलब रिश्तेदारी से ज्यादा हमारी फ्रेंडशिप होती है। सो आउट ऑफ देम 8 आर रिलेटिव्स, 80 है ना? 8 आर रिलेटिव्स। ओके, सो इफ 8 आर रिलेटिव्स, हाउ मेनी विल बी जस्ट फ्रेंड्स हु आर नॉट रिलेटिव्स? 8 are friends, so how many people are there who are not? रोहित, यस, एंड में सबको ऐड कर देना है। हाँ, अभिनंदन, कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट को CMA बोलते हैं। ओके, यस, वेरी गुड, शुभयन, शुभन्यन। सो if I have 12 friends, 8 are relatives, 4 are friends who are not relatives, ठीक है? Now how much do I want? He wants to invite how many? 7 guests, such that 5 of them are relatives. There is no at least here. Okay, important, there is no at least. Okay, word here. In the earlier example, why is that example different? Because the word at least was there. Okay, because the word at least was there, answer was different. This is comparatively a simpler one. Okay, so he has 12 friends, 8 of whom are relatives, 4 are non-relatives. Okay, so there is no question of, there is, therefore he wants to invite 7 people such that 5 of them are relatives. So if in out of 7 people that he wants to invite, 5 are relatives, how many will be non-relatives? 7 लोगों को उसको खाने पे बुलाना है, उसमें से 5 उसके रिश्तेदार है, तो कितने लोग नॉन रिश्तेदार है? कितने लोग ऐसे कि जो रिश्तेदार नहीं है? Okay, how many people are there who are not relatives? Quickly put it in the chat box. Yes, very good. So you're following now. Okay. So out of them, maximum he wants to invite 7 people, out of which 5 are relatives. Let me not write friends. Let me write down friends. Okay. Out of which 5 are relatives. So if I so 2 will be non-relative friends. 7 relatives I have to choose from 8 relatives. है ना, मेरे पास relatives कितने हैं 8, so I have to choose from 8 relatives. 2 non-relatives, choose from 4 relatives. Okay, so how much do I have? I have 8C5. Out of 8 I am selecting 5 into 4C2. Why the into sign? Is because I have to choose relatives as well as friends. Okay, when will the job be done? When I have chosen my friends also and my relatives also. दोनों मिला के पार्टी होगी ना, एक ही लोग नहीं बुला रहे हम, दोनों अलग अलग टाइप के लोग बुला रहे हैं. तो 8C5 into 4C2. How much is 8C5? 8 factorial upon 5 factorial, 8 minus 5 factorial into 4 factorial upon 2 factorial into 4 minus 2 factorial. 8 factorial upon 5 factorial into 3 factorial. 4 factorial upon 2 factorial into 2 factorial. 8 factorial is 40320 upon 5 factorial is 120 into 6. Into 8 into 4 factorial is 24 divided by 4 into 4. How much is this? Yes, final answer is? नहीं beta, this Rohit, don't follow the rule. Multiplication, when you have to do one thing, after which if it is completed, you have to do the other thing. That is what? Then you multiply. Okay. 336 is the answer. ओके, जब मिला के बोलना है तो मल्टीप्लीकेशन होगा, ये या ये करूं, मेरे पास चॉइस है तो मुझे ऐड करना है. ठीक है रोहित, दिस यू हैव टू रिमेम्बर. ऑल दोज हु हैव एनी कंफ्यूजन, प्लीज रिमेम्बर यू हैव टू यूज दिस. जब जो 3 चीजें मिला के पूरी होती है मेरी मन की चीज, तो उसको मल्टीप्लाई करना है. ओके, okay, a box contains 7 balls, 7 red, white, 6 white and 4 blue balls. How many selections of 3 balls can be made so that all 3 are red, none is red, one is of each color? Seven, 6 and 4. RWB. RWB. 7, 6, 4. Right? I have 7 red, 6 white and 4 blue balls. All 3 are red, none is red, one of each color. All 3 red, none red, one of each. Okay. So first question is saying, see, total balls is how many? I have 17 balls. Okay. Out of this 17, I have 7 red, 6 white and 4 blue balls. Okay. When I want all 3 red, so out of this 7 red, I want to choose 3. Okay. So 7C3. Because I'm using the word choose, I'm using C. Okay, 7C3. So A part is out of the 7 red, I'm choosing this. So all 3 red balls is equal to 7 factorial upon 3 factorial into 4 factorial. Okay. 5040 upon 6 into 24. Okay. Now, none is red. Okay. None is red. None is red माने ये 7 balls तो मुझे देखने ही नहीं है. बचे कितने? 6 white plus 4 blue, which is equal to 10 balls. Okay. Now, out of this 10 balls, how many have I have to choose? I choose 3 balls. So, N is how much? 10. R is how much? 3. So, 10C3. 10 factorial upon 7 factorial into 3 factorial. Okay. So, if I want to choose all 3 red balls, then out of the 7 red balls, I will choose 3 balls. So, 7 factorial upon 3 factorial into 4 factorial. Now, the second thing is saying no red ball. So, I will not take the red. I will take only 6 white and 4 blue. So, 6 white and 4 blue is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. So, 10 balls are there. Out of these 10, I have to choose 3. So, this. Okay, you have to solve this. Now, why is this necessary? This is necessary in to know this because in the chapter of probability, they will ask you what is the probability that all 3 balls that you have chosen is not red. So, in this case, you will be using this. The third option is 1 of each. Okay. Out of 7 red, I want 1 red. Out of 6 white, I want 1 white. And out of 4 blue, I want 1 blue. So, ये भी चाहिए, वो भी चाहिए, वो भी चाहिए. तो I am going to multiply 7C1 into 6C1 into 4C1. Okay. Now, if you remember the formula, okay. Now 7 factorial, 7 upon 6 factorial into 7 factorial upon 6 factorial, 6 factorial upon 5 factorial, and 4 factorial upon 3 factorial. Okay. So, what will be the answer for all the 3? 35. This is giving me 35. Okay, 35. Second is 120. And this is 168. Yes. Yes, very good. Very good, Abhinandan. Devendra, example 7. Okay. Which previous one, Aisha? Which did you not understand? 443. How come Aisha you got? See, 7 factorial upon 6 factorial. Example 6. Okay, I'll just say 7 factorial upon 6. You know that n factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 factorial. So 7 factorial can be written as 7 into 6 factorial. So what will happen over here? This is 7 into 6 factorial upon 6 factorial into 6 into 5 factorial upon 5 factorial into 4 into 3 factorial upon 3 factorial. A 6 factorial cancel, 5 factorial cancel, 3 factorial cancel. So 7 into 6 into 4. 7 6 are 42, 42 4s are 1, how much is 24, 7, 14, 15, 16, 168. Yes, this is equal to 168. Okay, understood now? हाँ देखो, आई ऑलवेज कीप टेलिंग यू, जिनको कटिंग नहीं आती उनको डरने की कोई बात नहीं है, उसमें आपको कटिंग करनी ही पड़ेगी, ऐसा कुछ भी रूल नहीं है। ठीक है, ये वाले एग्जांपल में मैंने आपको दिखा दिया ना पूरा लिख के। ठीक है, 7 फैक्टोरियल को लिख दो, 3 फैक्टोरियल, 4 फैक्टोरियल, यहाँ पे भी ऐसे ही कर सकते हैं। ठीक है, लेट मी शो इट टू यू। आपको बिल्कुल डरना नहीं है, आपको ये क्योंकि ये चैप्टर आपको आना ही चाहिए, otherwise it becomes very difficult in probability and this thing. Now what is this? This is 7 factorial. How much is 7 factorial? 5040. 6 factorial is 720 into 6 factorial is 720 upon 5 factorial is 120 into 4 factorial is 24 upon 3 factorial is 6. ये कर सकते हैं ना, 5040 into 720 into 24. Okay, just let me show it to you. Mira, yes, your comment is visible. Now you send your query here in this also. It is okay. Mira, send it where you are writing just now. Send your query. No problem. Okay, I will just show it to you. This is 5040 into 720 into 24. This is how much? यहाँ पे तो आप कर सकते हैं ना, 720 कैंसिल कर दिया। ये आप आराम से कर सकते हैं। So I have 5040 into 6 ones are 6 fours are, okay, into 4 is how much? 20160 upon 120. 20160 upon 120 divided by 120 is 168. 20160 divided by 120, 168. Okay. जिनको भी फैक्टोरियल से मतलब कैंसिलेशन नहीं आता, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, आप पूरा का पूरा लिख के भी कर सकते हैं, आप बिल्कुल छोड़िएगा नहीं सम्स को। ओके, यू विल नॉट लीव द सम्स। यस, एक्सीलेंट। यस, 6th एग्जाम्पल। Sixth example you want, Aisha? Meera, put your query, beta. Let me see. Joel, yes, good afternoon. Sorry, Meera, I saw your query late. Um, Example 8. Just let me see. This is 5. Okay, I'll just take these 2, 3. And then, Aisha, you want example? अभिनंदन को 8 नंबर का चाहिए। हाँ, गर्व, अभी फैक्टोरियल का कोई टेंशन नहीं। 6th and 8th. Okay. Okay, I'll just do these two and then we will go to the okay. One more thing. Wait. Six, seven, eight. Okay. Question 5D, 8 and 10th. Okay. Now just let me where at. Okay, I have put in the PDF for announcement of new mock test scheduled for this month as well as next month. I want each and every one of you to appear for it. Ask your friends also to appear so that you will be able to compare how many marks they have got, how many of you have got, and where is the scope for improvement. And if you made any mistakes, you can even discuss. The key will obviously be given by the institute, but still. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you the dates also. Just let me see. The dates are for I mean, for the whole of foundation, 22nd to 29th of May. And then 5th of June to 12th of June. Okay. 22nd to 29th of May and 5th of June to 12th of June. Okay. हाँ, जिनका जून अटेम्प्ट है उनका तो पहले से पढ़ाई हो गई है ना थोड़ी बहुत, तो क्या हो जाता है जब आप मॉक टेस्ट करते हो, जो जो आपको आता है वो आपको वहां पे अच्छे से आना चाहिए. ओके. जब द concept of mock test is, if you've not done a chapter, that is okay, and if you're not able to answer question on that chapter, fine, don't stress yourself over it. But whatever you already done, you should be perfect with that, and those questions you should be able to answer 100%, okay, without any negative marking. So whatever you do, you should be able to get good marks over there. So that is the main purpose of mock test. And if you're able to finish all your syllabus, and what happens is when I know there is a test, I will push myself, I will study harder. Okay. So if I'm finishing something in May for my June attempt, isn't it good enough? Yes. Right? So, and those who are appearing for September, fine. You already have got 2 mock tests under your belt. So you already know, Array, my speed is less, or I'm not able, I made a mistake using the calculator. All those things, you get used to doing things very well. हाँ, कोई बात नहीं रोहित, आपको सितंबर में भी देना है तो जितने चैप्टर्स आपके हो गए उसमें आए हुए क्वेश्चंस आप आंसर करके आ जाइए. आपको ये तो पता लगेगा ना आपको आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है, और नहीं आ रहा है तो कुछ डरने की बात नहीं, वापस पढ़ाई करनी है. ओके. आयशा, 10C3 120, where did I get 10C3 120? Okay, how much is 10 factorial? Yes, Aisha, how much is 10 factorial? 3628800. 7 factorial is 5040 into 3 factorial is 6, right? Three six two double eight double zero divided by 5040 720 divided by 6. आ गया ना 120. Aisha, hope it's clear. Yes, so September dates you have to check the website, they will announce it over there. These are the announcements for mock test. And exam time same 2 to 5. Okay. I I hope all of you have understood this. Let me take the next two sums. A committee is to be formed of 3 people out of 12. So, how many total people are there? Total members is 12. Committee is how many? 3 people. So, in what way, in how many ways, in how many ways can this be done? So, 12C3. Because I just want members. Okay, I'm not giving them any designation. So what happens when I'm not giving them any designation? So I can pick up any person randomly. So this is equal to 12 factorial upon 3 factorial into 9 factorial. 12 minus 3. Now 12 factorial I don't know. So I will write 12 into 11 into 10 factorial, that I know, upon 3 factorial into 9 factorial. 12 into 11 into 3628800 upon 3 factorial is 6, 9 factorial is how much? 362880. So this will get cancelled 10, and then you 6 ones are 6 2 2 into this is 22 into 10, so this is 220. Yes, very good, Abhinandan. Okay. So those who can do it, okay, those who know how to cancel, 12 factorial upon 9 factorial into 3 factorial. So this can be written up to 12 to 9. So this is 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 factorial upon 9 factorial into 3 factorial. This 9 factorial gets cancelled, and then this is 12 into 11 into 10 upon 3 factorial is 6. 6 ones are 6 twos are. Answer is going to be the same. Okay. Yes. Yes, Shubhanya? Shubhayan? Yes, you can do it this way also, okay? So this is one method of doing it. This is another method of doing it. And both will give you the same answer. Okay? Now, I want to show you the difference between this sum and the sum that that sometimes, it causes you to get confused. Just a minute. Okay. Now what happens is, in how many different ways can a club with 10 members select a president, secretary and treasurer? So in this question, compared with the earlier question, in the earlier question there were 12 people, out of them you were selecting 3. Here also there are 10 people, but out of them you are selecting 3 people. Okay, that thing is okay, but here you are selecting a president, secretary and treasurer. You are selecting a president, secretary and treasurer, so that one person will get only one post. And once you decide that person, what will happen? He cannot apply for the other post. So a president cannot be a president and a secretary. Okay. So first, suppose there is a selection of president. How many people are available? There are 10 members. All 10 are qualified to become the president. Now, once I have a president, how many people will remain? 9 people? One president. So remaining 9 members, out of this 9, somebody will become the secretary. Okay, all 9 are qualified, they can become a secretary. So I have one secretary. Once out of 9, one secretary is gone. So 9 people are left. And any of them can become the treasurer. So in how many ways? So in how many ways can I select a president, secretary, and treasurer? 10 into 9 into 8. So how much is this? 72, 720. Okay. So this is what? This is or out of 10 because there is a condition. Okay. There is a condition. There is an arrangement. Whatever word is suitable to you, just do that. So I have 10p3. Okay. So in case you have any doubt about whether I should use combination or permutation formula, do this. हाँ, आप या तो इस मेथड से कर ले या इस मेथड से कर ले, दोनों सेम है, सेम है. तो अगर ये वाला समझ में आता है 10p3 डायरेक्टली, एक्सेलेंट. नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो देन यू कैन राइट प्रेसिडेंट, सेक्रेटरी एंड ट्रेजरर. जस्ट थिंक ऑफ जेन्युइनली, जैसे हम आम जिंदगी में जीते हैं वैसे. So you have to just see how many people are there. I have one president. Once one person becomes a president, he cannot become a secretary and treasurer. So I will leave that. Now, out of 10, one person has become a president. 9 people are remaining, and so on. Okay. So I hope you have understood this. The difference between the two sums. Just put it in the chat box. Yes. Very good. Very good. Okay. Break ले ले. Abhinandan, you have a question?
गुड आफ्टरनून मैम.
Good afternoon. Yes.
मैम मैं ये पूछ रहा था कि जो ये होगा मॉक टेस्ट होगा,
हाँ.
ये ऑनलाइन मोड पे होगा ना?
एक मिनट. हाँ, मैं इधर उसको ओपन करती हूँ. अभी सुबह ही आया है ना, तो मुझे भी इतना, मैंने सिर्फ डेट्स देखी. हाँ, both in physical and virtual modes. Okay, so student interested in physical mode may approach their branches. ठीक है, both in physical and virtual mode. Student interested in physical mode may approach the respective branches. As far as possible, I would request you to go and appear for it in the physical mode. If it is not a big problem, if you then you should go and appear, so that you get used to the classroom, like atmosphere in the bench. At home you have a very nice chair and a table, or at least if you're doing in virtual mode, then go to a place other than your home, maybe your friend's place or your uncle auntie's place, where it is not a familiar surrounding. So that way what happens, you will get into that mode. Otherwise, uh, पीछे से मम्मी कुछ बोल रही हैं तो you are getting interested in what she is trying to say to somebody else. The others in the house will also be doing some work, so that may distract you. So it is better to be in an area where you, in a area apart from your house. Okay, is that okay? Yes. What else problems? Where is the branches? Parul, it will depend on where you stay. There is a list of branches. Where do you stay? So you can just call them. You could call them Batinda. So Batinda, no, NI northern region. Okay. So just a minute. Batinda, you have a branch, Sirki Bazaar, Batinda. Okay. So you could go over there. You could just call them first, and then you could find out where the mock test will be held, because that will be the branch address. But mock test usually is held in some college or school, or if your branch is big enough, they may even conduct it in the branch. Okay, so you have to ask them. Okay. Una, Himachal Pradesh. Okay, you'll have to check that. You have to check that on ICAI website. I don't think there is a branch at Una, but you will have to find it out. Okay. Parul, anything regarding the chapter, you can just drop in an email, or you can just message to the administrative in this Zoom meeting. They will answer your questions. Okay. Right. So okay, I'll just take a short break. Nisarg ji, just come back in 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. this question itself, I'm telling you, that is why I've showed you that when I have to just choose, okay, when I have to just choose in this question, 3 people out of 12, I'm using combination. What happens over here? I have to select one president, one secretary. So words you have to pay important. Where the arrangement is important, that will be a permutation. Where the arrangement is not important, it will be a combination problem. Is that clear? हम्म? और ये आपको ना बार बार क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करके आपको लैंग्वेज समझ में आएगी इंस्टीट्यूट की क्या लैंग्वेज है. ओके. यस. ओके. Now let me see. Sixth. Okay. Yes, Aisha. A company wishes to simultaneously promote 2 out of its 6 department heads to assistant manager. In how many ways can this promotion take place? See, here is the order important? पहले किसको करना है वो important है क्या? नहीं. Okay. So order is not important, and therefore how many people do I have? 6 department heads. Okay. I have 6. N is equal to 6. How many people I want to promote? R is equal to 2. So 6C2. This is what? 6 factorial upon 2 factorial into 4 factorial. Okay. So this is 720 upon 2 into 16. Okay. Oh, sorry, 24. 24. Okay. 2 into 24 is 48. Okay. 720 upon 48. Answer is 15. Okay. Answer is 15. Or you can simply do this by 6 factorial. You can even simplify this. 6 into 5 upon 2. Okay. Because this is 6 into 5 into 4 factorial. 4 factorial gets cancelled. And this. Either way, you can get the answer. Is that clear, Aisha? The other question was example 9. Okay. Who had asked for the 6th one? Okay. Example 9. Sorry about that. Eighth question I'm going to take. That is there in the list. Okay. Eighth. Then what is the ninth? Ninth we have already done. Then Parul, you had some question. What was Parul's question? Yes, Parul, what? Yes. Devendra, 7th. Okay. 2 is 5D, 8th and 10th. I will take that. 7th question here. 7th example you want, Devendra? Okay. A building contractor needs 3 helpers and 10 men apply. Okay. He needs 3 helpers. Okay. मतलब contractor है वो मतलब बटाई पे आदमी लेने हैं उनको, तो कितने लोग हैं, 10 लोग आ गए, उन 10 में से उनको 3 लेने हैं, ठीक है। सो ही व्हाट ही वांट्स टू डू, ही हैज 10 पीपल, आउट ऑफ दैट ही हैज टू चूज एनी 3, ओके। द ऑर्डर इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, he will choose any 3, so 10C3, okay. So it is 10C3. There are 10 men and 3 people, so n is 10 and 3 is r. This is again 10 factorial upon 3 factorial into 7 factorial. This can be written as 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 factorial upon 3 factorial into 7 factorial. This 7 factorial gets cancelled. So normally you don't write it. You will write it as 10 into 9 into 8 upon 3 factorial is 6. Remember 3 factorial है, 3 नहीं है, 3 factorial है. Okay. So this will become how much? So this is 720 upon 6, which is equal to 120. Okay. So it is 120. Abhinandan, please write whatever query you have. Okay. Yes, Devendra, example 8. Abhinandan, yes, example 8. I will do it in the PPT. Okay. This is only directly from the, because that those questions I've already taken. I just want to check whether there's some question which I have not taken in the PPT. I'll just check those. Any question? You just write it down. No problem with that. D, 5D, 8 and 10th. Yes, those questions also, Parul, I'm taking. Okay. Any solved example you want from here, from the study material, just let me know. Otherwise, we are going to the questions. रोहित, जो चैप्टर्स हो गए उसकी रिवीजन करने के लिए यूट्यूब पे ICAI चैनल है, वहां पे सारे फ्री में अपलोडेड है, जो जो टीचिंग हुए हैं वो सब वीडियोस अपलोडेड है। आप सब जो भी चैप्टर आप पढ़ना चाहते हो उसका वीडियो आप देख लीजिए, उसके बाद आप सॉल्व कीजिए, आपको और आसानी हो जाएगी। ओके, यस, ओके। सो लेट अस गो बैक टू, okay, this you've understood. See, this was right there in my, see, in each case find n. See, now what happens is that because it's an MCQ, there will be different values of n. You just have to substitute and find it. Okay, that is the easy way, thus trick to solving this. Now let me show it here also with the method also. Okay, with the method also. Now 4 into NC2 is equal to n plus 2 in C3. So 4 into NC2 is n factorial upon 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial is equal to n plus 2 factorial upon 3 factorial upon n plus 2 minus 3 factorial. Now I will write n factorial to n minus 2 factorial. Okay. So this is equal to, because I know n factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into 3 2 1. Okay. This I know. So using that I will write 4 into n minus 1. Oh, sorry. N minus n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. Okay. Upon how much? 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial. ये जो है ना n minus 2 that is factorial and n into n minus 1 are numbers. This is equal to again from here till here. This is n plus 2 minus 3. How much is n plus 2 minus 3? Plus 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So this become n minus 1. So I have to take n plus 2 factorial up to n minus 1. Okay. So this is equal to n plus 2 into n plus 1 into n minus 1 factorial. जो नंबर है ना n plus 2 है उसमें से एक -1 करना है n plus 2 -1 ये क्या हुआ n plus 2 -1 दिस इज इक्वल टू n plus 1 plus 2 -1 is +1 फिर n plus 1 -1 +1 -1 n आ गया उस तरह से upon this is 3 factorial into n minus 1 factorial 3 factorial I know is 6 into n minus 1 factorial. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to this n minus 2 factorial will get cancelled. This n minus 1 factorial will get cancelled. Okay. This n will get cancelled from here to here. This n minus 1. So what is remaining is 4 into n minus 1 upon 2 is equal to n plus 2 into n plus 1 upon 6. 2 2s are okay. And now you have to solve this. Okay. And this will give you a quadratic equation. So it will give you a quadratic equation. Okay. So this is 2n minus 2. No, this 6 is going to, so this is 12n minus 12. This 6 cross multiply. This is equal to n square plus 3n plus 2. So how much will this be? N square plus 3n minus 12n plus 2 plus 12 is equal to 0. So this is n square minus 9n plus 14 is equal to 0. Okay. Simple. So how much will this be? This is equal to 14. 14 factors क्या होते हैं? 7 into 2. I have a minus sign. So n square minus 7n minus 2n plus 14 is equal to 0. So n minus 7, n into n minus 7 minus 2 into n minus 7 is equal to 0. So what are the factors? N minus 2 and n minus 7 is equal to 0. So n is equal to 2 or 7. Okay. N is equal to 2 or 7. Understood? Yes. Okay. Okay. So now let us go to the next sum. 10PR is equal to this much and 10CR is equal to this much. Find the value of R. Yes, Sanjana. Sanjana, all doubts are clear? Joel, Sanjana. Yes. Shubhanyan, Yashika, Ruhani. Ruhani, you are very quiet today. No. Kirtana also. Banu Teja. Okay. If 10 PR is this much and 10 CR is this much. Okay. Now I know that NPR is equal to NCR into R factorial. I know this. Now how much is 10 PR? This is 604800. 10 CR is 120 into R factorial. So how much will be R factorial? Cross multiply 604800 upon 120. How much is this? 604800 upon 120? Can you tell me? What will be the answer? 5040? Yes, very good. So this is 5040. जो आपने याद किया था ना उसका यूज अब आएगा. फैक्टोरियल का टेबल याद किया था ना उसका यूज है. 5040 किसका फैक्टोरियल है? आंसर. Whose factorial is 5040? As Abhinandan has got correct. What about the others? Aisha, very good. Others, quickly reply. Yes. Oh, very good. Everybody is answering so fast. So this is equal to 7 factorial. R factorial 5040 is 7 factorial. So R is equal to 7. ये इतना बड़ा नंबर देख के हम लोग डरते हैं. You don't have to worry. You just need to know this. This is important. If you know this, you can easily solve this. Excellent. Excellent. You're answering so fast. I'm so happy. So that I'm very sure now that you will be able to appear for the mock test with a lot of confidence and you will be able to solve them very nicely. Okay, Rohit. No problem. No problem. Now, find R if 18CR is equal to 18CR plus 2. Okay. 18CR is equal to 18CR plus 2. Now, use this formula. NCR is equal to NC N minus R, which is the complementary. Okay, which is complementary. Complement spelling. Complementary. Okay, these are complementary combinations. So 18CR is equal to 18C, 18 minus R. Okay, 18CR is using this. How much is R? R. How much is N? 18. N minus R will be 18 minus R. 18CR is equal to 18C, 18 minus R. But what have they given you? They have given you this is equal to 18CR plus 2. Okay, this means 18 minus R is equal to R plus 2. Okay, because they are equal, 18 is already equal. So what is the value of R? This is 18 minus R over here, and what is over here? R plus 2. So this minus R I take to this side, and this plus 2 I take to this side. It becomes minus. Minus becomes plus, plus becomes minus. So I have R plus R is equal to 18 minus 2. R plus R is 2R. 18 minus 2 is 16. So 2R is equal to 16. R is equal to 16 upon 2, which is equal to 8. So 8 will be the answer. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now for this question, I have shown you, like I have given the options. Okay. Because that is easier. If you see in the solved example in the book, the method is 100% correct in the book, in the study material. But what happens is, do I need to do that because this is MCQ? No. When it is so lengthy, I won't have the place also to write it. In that case, I have to just substitute the options available, and then I have to come to a conclusion. So I have to 28C 2R is to 24C 2R minus 4 is equal to 22 to 25 is to 11. What this means is 28C 2R upon 24C 2R minus 4 is equal to 225 is to 11. Now what I do, I will see, first I will try, the options are what? A is equal to R is equal to 7. Okay, what is option A? R is equal to 7. So let me see, 28C 2R. So 2 into 7 is 14. Okay, so this is equal to 28 factorial upon 14 factorial into 14 factorial. Divided by how much? 24 C 2R. 2R is how much? 14. 14 minus 4 is 10. Okay. So this is equal to 24 factorial upon 10 factorial into 14 factorial. Okay. Now this is equal to, this is a fraction in the denominator flips. So 28 factorial upon 14 factorial into 14 factorial into 10 factorial into 14 factorial upon 24 factorial. Okay. This 114 factorial will get cancelled. 28 factorial, I will write it as 28 into 27 into 26 into 25 into 24 factorial. Okay. So this is written as 28 into 27 into 26 into 25. The 24 factorial will get cancelled. Similarly, 14 factorial, I will write it as 14 factorial. I will write it as 14 into 13 into 12 into 11 into 10 factorial. Okay. This is equal to 14 into 13 into 12 into 11 into nothing. Already have 10 factorial, which will get cancelled. So what I have done is, effectively, I have written 28 factorial up to 24 factorial. 14 factorial, I have written up to 10 factorial, and then they get cancelled. So now 14 ones are 14 twos are 36, 13 ones are 36 twos are 13 ones are 13 twos are. Okay. And so anything else will cancel? 3 fours are 3 nines are. And this 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So I have 9 into 25. 9 25s are 225. In the denominator, I have only 11. Okay. So this is the answer. Same answer I've got. So A will be the correct option. Okay. So A will be the correct option. Okay. Yes, everybody. So you just have to substitute and prove it. Okay. See, now in this sum, I'm repeating. Okay. You are given this 28C 2R is to 24C 2R minus 1. Remember the first chapter, ratio and proportion, they have given you a ratio, they have given you a proportion. Now what I will do, right hand side there is no problem, it is 225 upon 11, very simple, no need to simplify any further. होगा भी नहीं कुछ करने जाएंगे तो. On the left hand side, what is happening is I have this something that is in combination formula. I have to simplify it. I will just use the normal formula. What I have done over here, in this 28C2R, what is the first option I've taken? R is equal to 2. Okay. When R is equal to 2, 2R is equal to how much? 4. So what will this become? This will become 28C4. Okay. if R is 2. But here whatever done, R is equal to 7. So 2R will be equal to 7 into 2, 14. So I have 28 C 14. जो कोई भी R का वैल्यू लेंगे उस हिसाब से यहाँ आएगा. Yes, got it, Aisha? Yes, Abhinandan has also got it. Excellent. Now this is a very good example which is easy to do. Okay, only thing you are required here is you have to pay attention to is this 2. Okay, this 2 is very important. That will help you solve the problem. Okay. Important for understanding. Now I have the formula n plus 1 Cn is equal to, no, this is not n. n plus 1 Cr is equal to NCR plus NCR minus 1. Okay, जो एकदम शुरू में किया था ना. Okay. Here I had shown you how I can write 5C4 plus 5C3, it is equal to 6C4. Okay, n plus 1 CR is equal to NCR plus NCR minus 1. Okay. So here what I'm going to do, I am going to see that NCR plus NCR minus 1. If I have something where the n is common and 1 is R and the other is R minus 1, consecutive numbers, then this I can write it as n plus 1 CR. Okay. This is n plus 1 CR. Now here, do I have it directly? Here I have 12C4, 12C3, but there are 1, 2, 3 numbers, 3. I must have 4 so that I will be able to add them well. So what I do is, important step, write 2 12C4. Okay. 2 niche. What is given is 2 12C4. This I will write it as 12C4 plus 12C4. दोनों को ऐड करके 2 12C4 आता है ना, तो आई एम गोइंग टू राइट 2 12C4. ये वाला जो पार्ट है 2 12C4, आई एम गोइंग टू राइट इट एज 12C4 plus 12C4. Okay, so I'm just talking about the LHS, left hand side. 12C5, instead of this I'm going to write 12C4 plus 12C4 plus 12C3. Okay, I'm just talking about the LHS. Now what I'm going to do is, this I'm going to pair together and these two I'm going to pair together. So I have NCR plus NCR minus 1. This is 5, this is 4. 1 down. And this is 4, this is 3. Again possible to use this formula. Okay. So this will become n plus 1 CR. What is R over here? In this, n is equal to 12, R is equal to 5. In this, n is equal to 12, R is equal to 4. Okay, ये दो अलग अलग portions हो जाते हैं. So what will this become? N plus 1 CR. So it will become 12 plus 1. So n plus 1 is equal to 13. So 13 C5. This will become 13C5. And what will this become? 13C4. Okay, R is 4. So n plus 1 CR. So R is 4. Now again in this, n is equal to 13. R is equal to 4. Okay, again in this is equal to 13 plus 1. So n plus 1 will be equal to 13 plus 1, which is equal to 14. This is equal to 14c5. Okay. This will be equal to 14c. R is 5. Sorry, not 4. R is 5. So 14c5. Now what is equal to 14cx? So important is, now I already have on the, which is equal to RHS. RHS is 14cx. So 14c5 is equal to 14cx. This is 14, by the way. So x is equal to how much? X is equal to 5. Yes. नहीं, r इज इक्वल टू 7, ये ऑप्शंस दिए, उस ऑप्शंस में से डाले हैं, ठीक है। 7, 11, 6, नन ऑफ दिस, ये ऑप्शन दिए हैं, उसमें से हमने पहला वाला ऑप्शन डाल के देखा तो वहीं पे आंसर आ गया। क्योंकि इतना बड़ा आपको सॉल्व करने के लिए नहीं आएगा, वहां ऑप्शंस में ही आपको डाल के शॉर्ट मेथड से करना है, ठीक है। यू हैव टू जस्ट यूज दैट मेथड। ओके, has everybody understood? See, you have to just keep solving this problem, no? You have to practice. That's what I was telling the sometime before also, that whatever we have solved in our classes, on our Zoom meets, you have to again solve them, okay, without any help. First time you will get stuck, refer to the notes, solve it, but then you should be able to do it independently. Once you are able to do it independently, मैंने एक ही बार देखा नहीं, आप जब अपने आप से कर सकेंगे, that is the best part. Okay. Combination of selecting R1 things from a set having N1 objects and R2 things from a set of N2 objects when the combination of R1 things, R2 things are independent is given by this. There is a box, I have N1 objects and I have N2 objects. Out of this N1, I need R1. Out of this N2, I need R2. So what is the formula? N1 CR1 into into CR2, जो हम लोग करते ही हैं उसको अलग से, but because they've written it over there, I wanted to like highlight it. Okay, there are 7 men and 3 ladies. Find the number of ways in which a committee of 6, maximum 6, can be formed if the committee is to include at least 2 ladies. Okay, at least, very important. So, how many maximum are there? 3. Okay. So, at least 2 ladies means 2 ladies. Then how many men will be there? 4. Then what is the possibility? 3 ladies, total is 6, so men will be 6. So 2 ladies, 4 men, 3 ladies, 3 men. So 2 ladies. How many total ladies are there? 3. How many total men are there? 7. So I will have 3C2 into 7C4. 3C2 into 7C4. So this is 3 factorial upon 2 factorial into 7 factorial upon 4 factorial into 3 factorial. ये 3 cancel हो जाएगा. Your 7 factorial is 5040 upon 2 factorial is 2. Okay. Which is equal to 1520. Okay. Now 3 ladies, 3C3 into 7C3. Okay. So 3C3 is 3 factorial upon 3 factorial, which is equal to 1. Okay. And 7C3 is equal to 7 factorial upon 4 factorial into 3 factorial. So this is equal to 504. Oh, sorry. This, how can I get? Forgot about this. Sorry. 7 factorial and 4 factorial is there, na? I forgot about the 4 factorial. 4 factorial is 24. Okay. 4 factorial, 2 factorial is 2 and 4 factorial is 24. 5040 upon 48. Five zero four zero divided by 48 is how much? 105. And how much is this? 7 factorial is 5040 upon 24 into 6. 105 divided by 5040 divided by 24 divided by 6 is 35. Okay. Now you have to add them up. See, you can form the geometry either by this way or by this way. So because it's an or, it is a plus sign. Here I have to have ladies and gents. Ladies and gents. So that is why I am using the equality into sign. So 105 plus this is equal to 140, right? Very nice, very nice. I'm so happy you are solving before me. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Now this example. For the number of ways of selecting 4 letters from the word examination. So as I told you yesterday, we have put in a lot of time yesterday on this, that whenever you have the same alphabets, then you will group them together. Okay, you will take them as one unit for counting. And so, like there are 11 letters in the word examination, of which A, I, N are repeated twice. So what will I have? 2 A's, 2 I's, 2 N's, and the others are E, X, M, T, O. Okay. Then the groups can be formed. How many I want? 4 letters. So what can happen? I can select 1, 2, 3. Out of these, I can select any 2. 2 plus 2, 4. So 2 alike and 2 other, 2 alike and other 2 alike. Okay. So in this way, what happens is, I have, for example, I may have AA, II, or AA, NN, or I may have AA, or sorry, not AA, or okay, or II, or IINN. Okay. Yes, Parul.
Ma'am, can you repeat this again?
Yes, sure, sure. I'll repeat. See what happens in the word examination. Okay. Whenever I have this, so anytime you get a question where you are dealing with letters, see whether E is repeated. No. So you write E. X is repeated. No. I will write X. A is repeated. One A, another A. I will cancel this A here. Okay. And how many A's are there? Only 2. I don't have any more. Sorry. I don't have any more. So this will be this and this I will cancel. So I will write it as A. Okay. Then M. Is it repeated? No. M. One I here, one I here. I will cancel that. So I will have 2 I's. Okay. How many N's are there? One N, another N. So I will write N. Okay. And then T. And then O. Now from here you can see which are the ones who are repeated more than once. This is AA, II, NN. So 2, 4, 6. These are 6. Always check how many letters are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 letters in examination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of these 11, there are 6, there are 3 letters who are repeated. Which are those? A, I, N. So how many total letters are there? 6. And these are repeated, others are non-repeated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So plus 5, which is equal to 11. So now I know that in the word examination, E, X, M, T, O are not repeated. They are independent. They are only once. But A is repeated twice, I is repeated twice, N is repeated twice. Sometimes you may have a word where there are 3 times. Letter is repeated 3 times. Now, when I have to form how many 4-lettered word, I may choose like this, A, N, N, or A, I, N, N. This is one way of doing it. Or I can have 2 alike and 2 different. I may have A, EX, or A, MT, or all possibilities are there. There's so many possibilities. When I take AA, then I will take II, then I will take NN. And all 4 are different. All 4 are different. Again, you have to find. Now, in case of 1, 2 alike and 2 different, how many alike are there? 3. 1, 2, 3. AA, II, NN. So there are 3 pairs. Out of these 3 pairs, I have to choose 2. Out of the 3 pairs, I choose 2. Why 2? Because each alphabet is repeated twice. So 2 into 2, I get 4-lettered word. Okay. So 3C2. That is out of these 3. AA, II, NN, I'm choosing 3. Now, in case of second, 2 alike and other different. 2 alike is 3C1. Okay. Out of these 3, AA, II, NN, I'm choosing 1. Okay. How many letters are remaining? Here I said 5 letters are remaining. E, X, T, M, T, O. Okay. So in this case, just be careful because here you've got a 7. E, X, M, T, O. Okay. These are 5. Now, suppose I've already selected AA. Okay. I've already selected AA. So out of this I, N, N, I will write one more. Okay. Out of this I, N, N, I will write one I and one N. Okay. Because this AA I have already chosen. Then the remaining, out of this remaining IINN, I am choosing INN. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 3C1. Okay. 3C1 into 7C2. This one is what? One pair. Okay. It is not one alphabet. It is one pair. Okay. And so one pair has 2 and then remaining 2. Okay. And same way. Now this is a question everybody was asking. The number of ways in which 12 students can be divided into 3 groups. Well, students into 3 groups means X students in each group. So if I have to divide 12 students in 3 groups, in one group, how many students will there be? Quickly put it in the chat box. How many students are there in one group? 12 बच्चे हैं, 3 ग्रुप बनाने हैं. तो हर ग्रुप में कितने बच्चे होंगे? Yes, excellent. So there will be 4 students in each group. ठीक है? So this is G1, G2, G3. Okay. Now, how many students do I have at the start? So 12C4. 12 बच्चे हैं, उनमें से 4 बच्चों का एक ग्रुप बना दिया. कोई सिलेक्शन नहीं है, बस कोई से भी बच्चों का, जैसे असाइनमेंट में टीचर कर देती है ना, मिक्स कर देती है, फ्रेंड्स के साथ नहीं करने देती है. सो 12C4. ये 4 हो गए. बच्चे कितने? हाउ मेनी स्टूडेंट्स आर रिमेनिंग? 12 minus 4 for the second group. 8 students are remaining. So 8C4. Because 4 students are already there in group 1. Now how many are remaining? 8 students. How many students do I require in that? 4. So 8C4. How many students are remaining? 8 minus 4, 4. 4 students remaining. 4 people are required in the group. तो जो बचे हैं वो थर्ड ग्रुप में आ जाएंगे. So that means the answer is 12C4 into 8C4 into 4C4. 12C4 So 12C4 is equal to 12 factorial upon 8 factorial into 4 factorial into 8 factorial upon 4 factorial into 4 factorial into 4 factorial upon 4 factorial into 0 factorial. Now this 8 factorial gets cancelled. Okay. This 1 4 factorial gets cancelled. So this becomes 12 factorial upon 4 factorial into 4 factorial into 4 factorial. Okay. Now 12 factorial is 12 into 11 into 10 factorial. I know 362 8800 upon 4 factorial is 24 into 24 into 24. Okay. So how much will this be? So 3628800 divided by 24 divided by 24 divided by 24 is this much into 12 into 11. So this is equal to 34650. Okay. Okay. Now, what happens is, I can call these first four people as G1, or I can call them as G2, or I can call them as G3. Okay, I can do that. So, how many arrangements? Okay, now this is the most important part. यहाँ तक सब कर लेते हैं. 34650 तक सबका आ जाता है. Important. 3 groups can be arranged in 3 factorial ways. 3 groups can be arranged in 3 factorial ways, which is equal to 6. But are the members in the group changing? They are not changing. So what is happening is, you have to divide this by 6, because we are just changing the names. We do not want the names, the name of the group will not matter. Who are the members is going to matter. So that my answer is 34650 upon 6, which is equal to 5775. Okay. ये divide by 6 क्यों करना है? Because you can call any group as 1, any group as 2. Okay. And then you can interchange. So 3 groups can be arranged in 3 factorial ways, which is equal to 6. This applies only when we are talking about people. When we are talking about similar objects like balls, fruit, एप्पल ले लिए, ऑरेंजेस ले लिए, पोटैटोस ले लिए, जिससे हम अलग नहीं कर सकते, उस समय ये डिवाइडेड बाय 6 नहीं आएगा. ओके, ध्यान से सुनिएगा. ये डिवाइडेड बाय 6 कब करना है? जब when you're talking about people, okay, लोगों के बारे में बात करें, क्योंकि हम समझ सकते हैं ना कि मैं इस ग्रुप में हूं या उस ग्रुप में हूं, you can differentiate. But when it is something similar, balls, fruits, then you will not divide. Okay. Yes. Excellent. So that is why in this second one, in the 17th sum, we will not divide. 15 mangoes equally among 3 students. Just tell me in the chat box, each student will get how many mangoes? How many mangoes will each student get? Yes, very good. 5 mangoes. Okay. So, student 1, student 2, student 3. So, 15 C 5 into. After 15, so how many mangoes are left? Mangoes left after student 1 is equal to 15 minus 5, which is equal to 10. So this is 10 C5 into 5 C5. So this is equal to 15 factorial upon 5 factorial into 10 factorial into 10 factorial upon 5 factorial into 5 factorial into 5 factorial upon 5 factorial into 1 factorial. This 10 factorial will get cancelled. This 5 factorial will get cancelled. I am remaining with 15 factorial upon 5 factorial cube. Okay. So B will be the correct answer. Yes. Very good. Very good. Okay. Two people shake hand with each other in a party and the total number of shake hands is 66. Number of guests are. So NC2 is equal to 66. So n factorial upon 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial. This can be written as n into n minus 1, n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial upon 2 into n minus 2 factorial. ये cancel हो गया. So this is equal to 66. Now n into n minus 1 is equal to 66 into 2, which is equal to 132. Okay. n into n minus 1. ऐसे कौन से number हैं? कौन से consecutive numbers whose multiplication is equal to 132. ये मालूम है कुछ 11 का है, ये है 11 into 12. 11 into 12, so this is n minus 1, this is n, so 12 will be the number of guests. Okay. 8 points are marked on the circumference. The number of chords joining this pair are. Okay. This is my circle. यहां से शुरू होके वापस यहाँ पे आते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं circumference. Chord माने any line which is joining 2 points on the circle. ये point A, point B, any line which is joining these 2 points is called as a chord. So how many? 8 points are marked on the circle. 8. See, how many do you require for chord? 2. For a chord, I require 2 points. Okay. So this is equal to 8 factorial, which is equal to 8 into 7 upon 2. Okay. So this is 56 upon 2. This is 28. So answer is 28. Okay. Because, okay, I will just write this 8 into 7 into 6 factorial upon 2 factorial into 6 factorial. इसीलिए ये 6 factorial cancel हो जाता है, तो 8 into 7 upon 2 आता है. This is easy. Okay, this is the sum I was talking about. 12 points in a plane of which 5 are collinear. So if no points are collinear, then 12C3 triangles are formed. Okay, but since 5 points are collinear, subtract those triangles. As they cannot be formed. क्योंकि 5 जो है पॉइंट्स है, ये लाइन है, ये 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 और ये 0.5, ये 5 पॉइंट लाइन में आ गए. So 5C3. This minus this will give you the answer. You just have to do the calculation. Okay. See, the number of straight lines obtained by joining 16 points on a plane, no 3 of them being on the same line. That means there is no collinear. So this is 12C2. Okay, because it's just talking about straight line. That was talking about triangle. This is about straight line. So 12C2. So this is 12 into 11 upon 2, which is equal to, oh sorry, 16, not 12. This is not 12. This is 16. The question number is 12. Okay. So this is 16. So 16C2. So this is 16 into 15 upon 2. So this is 8 into 15. 8 15 is 120. Okay. Yes, Devendra, correct. Now this question is similar to the ones with collinear. Use the logic. Use logic of collinear. Okay. So this is out of 3 ladies, 8C3 into 7C4. Out of 8 ladies, you have to select 3. Out of 7 gents, you have to select 4. इसमें से माइनस क्या करना है? Mrs. X refuses to serve on a committee in which Y is a member. Okay. So I will take committees in which both X and Y are there. And I will subtract that. Because आइडियली जब सब लोग सबके साथ काम करना चाहते हैं तो 8C3 into 7C4 इतने कमिटीज बन सकते हैं. लेकिन X and Y एक साथ काम नहीं करना चाहते तो वो वाले कमिटीज हमें इनमें से निकालने होंगे जिसमें X and Y साथ में काम कर रहे हैं. So 8 minus 1, that is 7C2 into 6C3. ये माइनस करना है. ये क्या देता है? These are committees in which both X and Y are working together. जो वो करने नहीं वाले उतने हमें माइनस करने. Okay, then you can solve this. Okay. Now Supreme Court has given a 6:3 decision upholding a lower court. 6:3 माने how many judges are there? Judges आ गए 6 plus 3. There are 9 judges in Supreme Court. Okay. What did the judges do? They gave a decision in favor of the lower court. But now what is the question they're saying कि कैसा होगा कि जो लोअर कोर्ट का डिसीजन है उसके अगेंस्ट हमने डिसीजन दिया. 9/2 is 4.5. 4.5 के ऊपर होगा तो 4 हो जाएगा. 4.2 के नीचे होगा तो अगेंस्ट हो जाएगा. अब obviously I can have 4.5 men. So if the number is more than 5, if the number is more than 5, Okay, so 4.5 means 5. So out of 9, if 5 judges are giving yes, the decision is for. If it is other way around, it is giving less. Okay, so NC4, 9C4, 5C5, 9C3, 6C3, 6C6. Okay, this is for, this is against, this is for, this is against, this is for, this is against, this is for. मतलब ये क्या हो गया 4:5, ये हो गया 3:6, ये हो गया 2:7, ये हो गया 1:8 and 0:9. Okay, these are the possible combinations of judges, and then you will divide it by 2. Okay, divide it by 2 to get the final answer. I think we already ran out of time. Okay, so okay, just one sum is remaining, so let me quickly take that up also. Okay, 5 bulbs are there, out of which 3 are defective. 5 bulbs, 3 are defective, 2 are non-defective. The number of trials room should be lighted. Room is lighted when A, both bulbs are on, both bulbs are good, or one is defective but one is good. है ना? रोशनी के लिए दो बल्ब है, एक भी लगा दोगे तो रोशनी आ जाएगी ना, दोनों लगाओगे तो आएगी ही आएगी, दोनों अच्छे बल्ब होंगे तो. ओके, सो पहले सिचुएशन के लिए क्या होगा, बोथ बल्ब्स आर गुड. सो आउट ऑफ 3 defective, how much should I choose? So 0 defective, 2 good bulbs. Okay, so this is non-defective, so I will write this as non-defective. Okay, this is non-defective. 0 defective, so C3 0, 2 non-defective, 2C2. Okay, ये कितने आ जाता है, 3C0 हो जाता है 1 and 2C2 भी हो जाता है 1. So this is 1. Now second condition क्या है, 1 is defective but the other is good. ठीक है, what is the second? 1 defective and 1 non-defective. ठीक है, total bulbs is 2. So this is also 0 plus 2 is 2, 1 plus 1 is 2. Out of 3 defective bulb, I will choose 1, and out of 2 non-defective, I will choose 1. Okay, so C3C1 is going to give me 6. 2C1 is going to give me 1. So 1 plus 6, answer is 7. So D will be the answer. Okay. 7 tries. Yes, very good. Okay. So this is all for today. I hope everybody is now understood both permutation and combination. All the best to you. Have a wonderful day and keep practicing. The more you practice, you will be able to master them. Okay. Thank you all. Nisarji? Hello. Yes, it is over. Okay. Thank you.